Alright, here we go. Round 1 of Bogles. Let's see what happens here. Man, no creatures. So we got 3 lands and abundant growth. So this is one of the problem with Bogles is gotta mully find that creature. Got a creature in a tapped land. We're just preying on draws here. So we'll see if we scry into a land. Yeah, I think we do this for Ethereal Armor, so we'll go ahead and keep this. Go ahead and pass. This may not have been the best keep, but that mull to 5. Oh, and mono black here, so this is probably something we're going to have to go for sideboard anyways. Not a whole lot we can do about this. So we'll draw a card. Alright, another creature. So if we draw a land, we can put a creature down. And the only nice thing about having this plant is that if we have multiple creatures and they're going to start us to... Yeah, this is going to start to get fun quick. So if I put a creature down, it's basically dead. But they can't do it till the start of next turn, so they'll kill the plant first. They can't target this. The only reason I want to keep the plant or multiple creatures is because if they have anything that forces me to sacrifice a creature, I want that plant out there so I can sacrifice the plant instead of whatever creature I put out. Because right now I risk having them ping the plant and then what do we want on top? Sure. And I'm assuming they're going to nuke that plant. Please attack me. Yeah, alright, let's get in there. So worst case, if they block with both, I can kill the witches first. Is he just going to kill my plant now? What you doing? Alright, so they're going to kill our plant and then force us to sacrifice this, which means we may have a target opponent sacrifices a creature. Yeah. So the nice thing is we have 2 other slippery boggles, so if we can actually get into some lands, we might do okay, but I'm pretty sure that our scout is going to die here. Oh, maybe they're looking for it. Wow. I'd really appreciate a land here. I can't do that yet. So I'm going to say that first strike for something else, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put trample on this guy. That's going to give him a nice boost. Let me start dealing in some damage, but I really need lands. I kind of took a keep here on that first hand aggressively. We'll be very fortunate to get away with this. So at this point, they're just saving health here. But once they get to that 5 lands, we start seeing Gary come out. For those not familiar, Gary is the Grave Merchant of Asphodel for Mono Black Control. And it basically exchanges life based on devotion. So it can kind of upset a lot of games. And what sucks is I have an Armadillo Cloak, which means I could get a lot of life here. Just can't draw any lands. That's surprising. Maybe he's thinking about the double block. Oh. So if I abundant growth this land, that'll put this up to a 7/5, which could kill both, and it gives me access to both colors as well as draws a card. I'm also kind of worried about getting hit with a sacrifice, but I think I have to go for it, so I'll pay a green. Our Ethereal Armor will get another boost. Please draw a land. What are you doing in response? Alright, that's not bad. So eventually we got Armadillo Cloak coming online. But with a 7/5, okay. So they must have some kind of boost here. What are you? You're just saving your life? Okay. They must have a board wipe or something. I don't know. Alright, there's Gary. So that only exchanges 2. I'm totally fine with that, because that means nothing else is coming. Ooh. So do I get greedy here? I think I do. So I got the trample. Yeah, so I think I Umbra. And then I Ethereal, and that should be it. Unless there's some magical thing they got going on. I should say this isn't lethal, but I mean, it's gonna pretty much... They're gonna have to come up with some kind of miracle. So this, our poor opponent, if I'm pretty sure they have 4 cards called Chainer's Edict that forces someone to sacrifice a creature. Man, they are really searching. Did they get it? Chainer's Edict is 2 mana. Nope. Alright. Alright, so for this one, Land of our White, this can really help. We can take out our Sledgewalkers for this. The Young Wolf, maybe 2 Young Wolf. And I'll take out an Ancestral Mask and a Gnarlid. Nullards are nice because they're beefy. But I kind of like the Young Wolf because if I have to sacrifice something, it's an easy target. It comes back with a 2/2 counter or a 1/1 counter. Definitely keeping the cloaks, and I think we do that. So I think we're looking good here. Yeah. Let's see what our opponent can do here. The thing I'm most concerned about, I think, is they have a couple in this sideboard. I'm trying to think of what they are. That does some damage across the board. It's like a rat or something that you sacrifice for X, and it deals X damage to the board. So if they can get one of those early, or a Chainer's Edict, that can really slow us down, because then our hexproof won't matter. It's more of a damage deal. But if we get one of our Llanowar Knights, or whatever it's called, yeah, let's do this. We got some creatures, 2 lands, an enchantment for our land. Okay, so there goes our Rancor. Or possibly our Utopian Scroll. Probably our Rancor. Rancor. I shoot lightning bolts out of my hands. Alright, a land. That's not bad at all. So let's do this. We'll put out a scout. And pass turn. Probably not a bad move by our opponent. Get more options. Remember that playing that card in standard and you had like 3 life and you'd be like, do I want to do this? I almost always regret it. Oh, we drew another Rancor anyways. Well, our opponent will probably hate us. So at this point, let's Rancor up Mr. Scout, Utopian Scrawl Mr. Forest. We will choose white, I think. We'll go in for 3, and we will pass turn. So if we're fortunate, we'll get to draw some enchantments here. Something like an Ethereal Armor would be amazing. Plays the Baronmore, alright. I got nothing, bud, sorry. Probably not a bad move by our opponent, though. If we drew the Ethereal Armor or an Armadillo Cloak, they would have been pretty happy. Oh my goodness. Someone up there is hearing what I'm saying and apparently handing me things. So I'm going to put out a creature first, just in case. Oh yeah, wait, sorry. I'm going to add this. Oh, I played that wrong. I should have kept that land open. Derp. Punt. Punt, 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 punt. Yep. So I forgot I had Utopian Sprawl. I was thinking it was an Abundant Growth for some reason, and I was just going to tap it for any color of my choice. But this adds 2, so I should have hit this first, got the scout out, and then used the white for that. So if you're watching this video on YouTube, feel free to leave a nasty comment about what a terrible person I am. It'll help me remember next time. Wow. Taps out. I mean, if I draw anything, that's... So do we get another enchantment here? Alright, looks like our opponent scooped it up. That's it for match 1. Thank you for watching. We'll put up the next vid.